France. Along with Yann Couturier also. So 2 representatives from France, and in fact it's Couturier who'll be coming out first to take on 130 kilos, his opening weight in the snatch. My name's Carlton Kirby, alongside me is Michaela Breeze. Michaela, opening weight of 130, we're never quite sure just how accurate these entry totals are going to be.
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes lifters will put in slightly lower weights than they intend to start on, and that really is so that they are not under pressure in the warm-up. They will then build up in the warm-up room to just below the weight they plan on starting at. So although we've got 130 for Couturier coming in for a first attempt, he may still increase that. Lifters have 2 opportunities to change their weight.
And here is Yann right now, and it's 133. He's gone up 3. There we are, perfect example. Let's get underway then, shall we? It's the men's sub-69 kilo class. Starting off with the snatch, 1 solid movement. Skywards, it must be continuous in 1 single manoeuvre. And 133 on the bar here for Yann Couturier. Nicely done.
Fairly solid opening attempt. You can see him walking off there with confidence. He's got more in the bag.
Long of limb, isn't he, for...
Very much so for a 69 kilo lifter, fairly tall. You'll probably see some of the other guys that are coming out a lot shorter, a lot stockier. It's more beneficial to be short and stocky. People say quite often weightlifting stunts your growth, but actually shorter people are much better suited to weightlifting.
Yeah, drawn to it. Long back and short limbs is the ideal. You get a bigger compression of your musculature in your limbs, and this is much more like it perhaps. So addressing the bar, it's Germany's Brauhuber, a neo-senior, just coming up from the juniors, despite the full set of beard here. Wide reach. And swiftly about it. Very effective.
Very dynamic. He'll be pleased with that. Into the competition. Pressure's off now. He can relax and try and extend those lifts a bit further.
Also going up, but just taking the extra kilo to 134. You see the blue discs at the side of the weight here. Nicely done. Just slightly forward at one point, but we found the balance. He was really on his toes at the end there, as you saw. So really, we're waiting here for the Albanian lifters, if only for the atmosphere within the auditorium here. Birkin Kalja is going to be the first of them, followed by Daniel Gudeli, both from Albania. Azerbaijan also represented here by Hasanov. As you saw, it was Bayramov of Azerbaijan, his fellow countryman, that took the gold here last time. A total of 321. Snatched only 143, but 178 in the clean and jerk. Saw off his opposition. Valio Filev comes in now for Bulgaria. Now he's been around for a while. I'm not sure about his approach to the Olympics last time by. His maximum personal best is 138 here, so he's coming in close to his natural preference. It's interesting as well, it's been extraordinarily quiet from the stage right here. So left as we look where the coaches are. Goodness me. Well, he's been away for a while. It's done him good.
Yeah, we haven't seen him on the international stage for since 2007. But return to competition. Great first attempt. That's going to build the confidence.
Well, we've had 3 successes right from the start here. Let's have a look from the side.
Yeah, driving that bar powerfully overhead. Sitting in deep into a nice squat position before standing up. He has to stand still before the referees will give him the down signal.
We've seen a little bit of movement so far, but that looked absolutely rock solid. So we're into the zone right now. It's the opening, don't forget, lift of these European Championships. Snatch competition. We have the clean and jerk later on. It is the combined medal that is the one that counts. Just waiting for the clock. And Sachia coming in at 137 here for Moldova. Well, he's taken a premium of 5 kilos on his declared entry of 132 here. So, interesting. See, here he goes, another very tall lifter here.
You can see just how much body weight these guys have had to lose with how ripped they are. You can see every groove of every muscle.
Goodness me.
Very long extension there. Threw his head back, which isn't great. Throws you off balance, but something obviously he's perfected.
Well, there was such velocity there that he was actually carried up as he got himself into the crouch position. Let's have a look at that in slow motion to see it. Wait, watch this. Goodness me.
Yeah, a bit of a slam of the feet as well, wasting time in the air, but you know what? That's a very solid first attempt. He's going to be coming back for a bit more.
Well, it works for him. So, a Couturier is back out here, successful at 133. Bar's gone up for him. So 137, I believe. Goodness me, master of the clock and indeed of the lift. Slight movement there. I thought he was just starting to revolve ever so slightly. 137, and all the judges liked it. Decent jump as well of 4 kilos.
Yeah, absolutely. The best results that I have recorded here were back in 2011 with 126 kilos in the snatch. So 137, serious improvement. You can see there, oozing with confidence.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Super. Ivalio Filev then. He managed 135. We haven't seen a failure yet.
I don't tempt fate.
No, absolutely not. Well, coming in at 137, one of the most comfortable looking lifters here with his opener. Makes you wonder about whether he actually came in too early. We'll see. Filev then, pressing the bar. Buzzer's gone. It's got 30 seconds.
Just steadies himself there. You can see he's right on the edge of the platform. He needs to remain on that platform in a stationary position before he'll be given the down signal. He did that. Referees were happy. 3 white lights.
Good man. 137, and again, save for the walk forward. Let's see how he just overbalances here. He corrected it nicely, but he did have to go for the walk here. Look at this.
Yeah, didn't quite sit into a full squat position, so left his backside a little high, which sent shoulders forward. That was why he had to run to stay underneath the bar.
Matam Bernardin Kangay is out next. Now, this gentleman took the bronze, let's not forget, last time by, and he looks a very powerful lifter. Must be in with a thought of another medal this time by. Opening his account then. Take his time just to lock the thumbs into position.
That was nowhere near for a first attempt.
It wasn't. 138 he came in at. Now this doesn't bode well.
No, you'd expect a first attempt to be a lot more comfortable than that.
Yeah, and Michaela as well. He was taking such a lot of time to get the grip right. It was almost like he had a deficit of belief there.
Well, you know, at this body weight, these guys are still fairly small. The bar is still quite thick for these guys. The difference is the men use a 20 kilo bar, the women use a 15. There was an argument a while back that the lighter men should maybe use the 15. There shouldn't be too much issue getting a grip on this bar, so you never know, he may have ripped a callus or something on his hand which may be causing some issues.
The voice of Michaela Breeze, Commonwealth and of course junior European champion as well. And later on this evening we've got the women's 58 kilo class, which I believe is yours. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's have a look here. Brandhuber failing at 138. 134 didn't look like any problem, but that most certainly was.
Yeah, that seemed to be a bit out of reach today. Let's see if he can come back and correct that on his third and final attempt. Just one lift remaining in the snatch.
Still waiting for opening lifts from Oleg Chen of Russia, Daniel Gudeli of Albania, Salah Hansov as well still to come in, and Kange back here. Now, bronze last time, and he's got a lot to think about, not least his grip.
You can see really taking his time. He has a minute from when the bar is loaded and his name is called to when the lift must begin. So taking his time, waiting, as you hear there, for the 30-second buzzer.
Allez, on résiste, et l'extension jusqu'au bout.
Well, demanding and saying that he can achieve this extension. The crowd will appreciate this if he makes it. Nobody likes to see a medalist failing here. He's got it.
He's recovered very well. You can see there the arms not quite straight overhead, but there was no movement in the elbows, so that's okay, so long as the elbows stay in a nice steady position.
There's no accounting for body shape, to be honest, as well. And he's bowed of leg and presumably of arm as well, because that looked locked into position, although it didn't look like it.
Well, you can see how heavily built he is in the biceps, triceps, deltoids. That's going to make it almost look like the elbows aren't particularly straight. So, if anything, for a weightlifter, he's almost too big in the upper body. The power comes from the legs, the quads, the glutes, and the lower back.
Filev managed 137. He's just taking the extra kilo here, and it'll be his final snatch. He's keeping it businesslike, I think. So this will be his final lift in the snatch competition, the first to complete. Nervous moments for coach, it always is, especially in competitions such as this. So Ivalio Filev of Bulgaria, his final lift, 2 successes so far, 138 kilos. Nope. So he'll carry 137 over. He's not going to medal in the snatch competition. And he'll have to do something extraordinary when it comes to the clean and jerk to approach the podium. It's one of the heavier lifters as well. 138 also on the bar here for Brandhuber. Failed once at this, so he's lucky that others are taking this weight. He's had a decent rest up. So the neo-senior comes in to make it a second attempt at 138. If he fails, he'll carry 134 only over.
Very slow off the floor. Really lacked leg drive through the middle, but you know what? He's going to be pleased with that. You can see how much he had to work to save that weight.
Brandhuber takes the walk, but delivers. That was terrific. Sheer determination, I think, made up for the lack of style, perhaps. But look at that. All good. Relief. Akturia, here he is, 140 kilos now. Well, he as well, he was the lifter that came in at 133. He started proceedings here. 137 didn't seem too much of a problem for him. I wonder if he'll get beaten by 140 here, though, because he appeared to be close to his limit, and this is a long way above his previous best that we've got on record here. Here he goes.
There we go, 3 out of 3. You can see just how... Oh, look at that, he's so chuffed. 3 out of 3, that's got to be a personal best. You can see how much it means to him.
Fantastic. Love that. Well, one of the longest athletes out there. Aucouturier. And look at that, the knife man does it.
You hear that noise, guess who's coming out? I reckon with the crowd going crazy, this must be first up now for Gudeli.
Well, they're all on their feet here. Huge emotions running through the auditorium. Flags are waving as well. What more could you possibly want? They're even playing his tune. I think it might be the theme from Superman. I guess we're going to find out. Two Albanian lifters, let's not forget, Birkin Kalja and Daniel Godelli. No, it's Kalja I'm expecting first, yeah. Sergi Sakir first for Moldova. See, you just have to put a towel on your shoulders and stand up to get them going. It's the roof will be raised in a while. Now, Sakir managed 137. This is now at 140. In fact, I think it might be 141. He's got that really unfamiliar style, but it's effective for him. Thank you very much, he says. Referees liked it. 141 indeed.
Superb lifting there, second attempt, oozing with confidence. He's still got one to go. I can see him nailing his third and final attempt as well. Steadies himself.
It's amazing, actually. He's got a great deal of poise despite the jump. Here we go. Listen to the roar. Albania. Well, they're opening their account here in the men's sub-69 kilo class, and just listen to that. 142 kilos it is for Kalja.
No pressure, home crowd. That's a lot to take in, and you can see here he's really going to take this in his stride. Just take a moment to calm himself. The coaches are saying calm down. They're asking for quiet in the stadium.
Give some respect to the lifters here. There we are. Final word from one of the judges here. Kalja, 142 kilos, first snatch attempt. No.
Wow, that's a man under pressure. That's a man under a lot of pressure. Home European Championships, the crowd going crazy, and he was nowhere near that first attempt.
He wasn't focused, I'm afraid, and he can do this. It should not be that much of a stretch for him. 143 kilos he managed in the Olympic Games. This is 142, but yeah, it wasn't the greatest European campaign, but he's going to come back out for this. Well, if he has to follow himself and nobody else takes 142, then he's only going to. He will have 2 minutes. Let's not forget. I'm just wondering if another lifter is going to take this on. Do other lifters often back out of a situation like this and decide to go to a higher weight at the last moment in order to put the pressure back on the lifter?
He won't. No chance. Kalja there was really. He did not look comfortable with that. There's no way he's going to put that weight up anymore. 2 attempts remaining. He needs to secure at least one snatch, one clean and jerk to make a total and stay in the competition. So there's no, quite often if a lifter has failed it and it felt comfortable, they may opt to go a bit heavier, but that's not going to happen here.
Calm yourself. Almost begging him now just to regain the focus, and he still doesn't look happy. He's stalking at the back here of the stage, and this time the audience fall absolutely silent. Quite right too. He's got to deliver all his focus into the manoeuvre itself. One single manoeuvre, let's not forget, the snatch directly overhead. Wish him well. 142 kilos on the bar, and he didn't look close first time.
Well, you know what, he's set himself in that starting position. He's looking at the clock, he's looking around, flashes are going off, which to be honest is a little disrespectful from the crowd, but he just does not look focused.
No. Having lifted that, I know it's not the same pressure as the clean and jerk if you go through that sequence and then fail. But nonetheless, this is going to take a toll. And if he had pressure on the first and second lift, can you imagine what he's going to be going through on the third and final at this weight?
Oh, I've been there. It's not nice to miss your first lift, puts you under pressure. To miss your second lift, then you start to feel the nerves. To miss your second lift in your home country, in a big international event is devastating. But right now he needs to put that out of his mind. He needs to completely focus. At the moment you can see him there drifting around with his eyes.
He just can't even, his coach can't even get his attention at the moment because he knows what he's got to do. I'm actually wondering whether he's actually going to come out.
Oh, he'll come out. I kind of want to say to the coaches, leave him alone, let him get on with it. He knows what he's got to do.
Well, it's a huge moment, a lot of build-up to this. 142 stays on the bar, and there's the clock rolling down behind him. He's got 1 minute and 20 seconds or so remaining. That's all. Out he comes. Just leave me alone, he says. Well, he's not going to have a shortage of adrenaline. It's focus. Here he comes. And, well, he's invoking a higher force here. And he needs as much help as he can get. It's strange how people react to crowd enthusiasm such as this. It's not done him any favours. Possibly he came in a bit late here. It's only a kilo shy of his personal best, let's not forget, in the snatch competition. We didn't expect this to be an issue, but it has proved to be. Here we go then. 142 kilos. For the third and final time here, he will fail to total if he does not lift this.
No.
Oh, heartbroken. And the tears are there. Goodness me. It's been interviews, press coverage, everything, and they're all on their feet. They know that they were perhaps part of that failure. Brian Kalya comes off the stage and he is in absolute bits.
No, it's absolutely devastating to be in your home country as well, to fail like that. I mean, yeah, you've got to ask the question, why start so heavy if his best is only 1:43 and that was only achieved last year? He really was starting on the edge.
Well, talk about popping a bubble. Daniel Godelli has got the honour of retrieving it for the Albanian crowd here, but Berkan Kalya has failed at 3 attempts at 142 kilos. So 143 on the bar now, and the king is with us. Kinge, bronze medalist last time. Can he manage 143? This would be something. Failed in his first, don't forget, 137, 138. Looked reasonably solid, but it looked like his limit as well. 143 is a big leap.
See the clock, 3 seconds.
Oh. Wow, you know what? I thought he'd had to hurry that. He took his time, but he's managed it. It's 2 judges liked it, 1 did not. I suspect it was his left arm that they didn't like, but he carries 143. Let's have a look at this.
You can see everything there. He's not in great alignment. Hips are skew if, arms are bent, but you know what? There was no movement in the elbows. Again, solid, ropey lifting, but he's in the competition. He's there with 143 and has put himself in a great chance of staying with the medals.
Here comes an angry man. He delivers it very well, though. 137, then 141. It's 143 right now for Sachia. Well,
see the difference in body language. He's come out really focused, aggressive, positive. He knows what he's got to do.
Fabulous. Here we go. Oh, you know, it works for him. It may not be pretty. There was a lot of bar movement there. Judges, what have they got to say? Well, the applause rings out. It's the maximum, and it's 143. That was superb.
This is well over double body weight for these guys. These are big weights now. We're starting to shift. Absolutely solid overhead. Just took a step forwards to steady himself. Does so well. You could see him celebrating it almost before he was being given the down signal. He knew he had that.
He was already punching the air before the weight had hit the deck. Now then, lot on the shoulders of Daniel Godelli here. Come on, fella, you're doing it for the whole nation. Birkin Kalya. It's 145 entry. It's absolutely on the button. Well, he had a poor Olympic Games. His countryman, Birkin Kalya, had terrible European Championships right here, just 2 lifters ago. Yes, failing at 142. 3 kilos more. Godelli comes in, and he's absolutely on his personal limit here, 145.
Again, why are they starting so heavy? Why would you start that close to your personal best? And let's put this in perspective. He bombed at the Olympic Games last year. Bombing means you miss all 3 snatches or all 3 clean and jerks. He also failed to make a total in the World Juniors last year. To come out here and start on your limit, surely you want to build some confidence.
I have no idea. Asanov is next. Sardar Asanov of Azerbaijan. Goodness me, also taking 145. Now he has actually gone up from his declared entry of 140. He's 5 shy of his personal best at this, and that's more like it.
That seems a much more sensible attempt. You know, you've got to get yourself in the competition. You have to secure at least 1 lift. You want to be pushing the limits, but you've got to make sure you can nail your first one.
Well, struggling with the grip, just as Kangay had done. No.
Just rushed the starting position there, didn't quite set himself. And that bar travelled forwards away from the shins as he came off the floor.
Well, the smoothness of the delivery in the snatch competition is what it's all about. Let's have a look at this. Watch the weight just rock away from him too much.
On his toes there. Can't correct it by the time you're in that position.
Now, I'm getting nervous now on behalf of the Albanians and the fans. 145, opening weight here, failed to deliver it. Didn't look that far off it, to be honest. Second attempt then, at 145 kilos.
With this.
The crowd are going to get restive after this. If this doesn't make it, they'll go crazy if it does. Here we go. Daniel Godelli, a lot resting on this.
He's got it.
That's more like it. And listen to the response. Relief apart from anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a pressurised lift. You can see the relief from the coaches as well. Now they're saying, give him some space. He's still got 1 lift to go.
Oh, goodness me. Still waiting for Oleg Chen to come out here for Russia. He's declared starting weight at the snatch 150. But we like that, and so did the crowd. They're being asked to sit down.
I don't know why they've had so many coaches back there for Albania. I know it's a home country, but the rules are, I think it's 2 or 3 max. They seem to have a whole entourage.
That's enough then, it is.
Hasanov just taking his time, waiting for the crowd to go quiet. Second attempt, 145. Can he match Godelli? That's better.
Nicely done.
Nicely done, and that actually puts him ahead of Godelli by virtue of lighter body weight. Both lifters have lifted the same weight. If that happens, then the lighter athlete takes the lead. But remember, we still haven't seen Chen of Russia come in.
Still waiting for him to open his account. And as if by magic, Chen decides to join the party here. Now, his declared entry was 150 kilos, so he'll just walk by the timing screen here, and he's coming in at 146. It's enough, essentially. I think he's seen what the competition are delivering here, and he sensibly is lifting within his limit. Now, his personal best is 157, so this should not be that much of a problem here. The Russians look confident. They're not saying terribly much, and you don't have to. If an athlete is prepared and within his range, then that's exactly what you need to deliver. Not much, because look at that. How easy did that look?
You know what? I don't think I've ever seen a guy of this body weight lifting with his hands that close. That is an extremely close grip to take. That's got to require a massive amount of leg power to generate so much height on the bar.
Here we go.
Very, very strong.
Steps into it, but it was rock solid technically. Absolutely there.
You know, that's perfect levers for weightlifting. Absolutely perfect in terms of stature, build, long back, short levers, big advantage.
Oleg Chen absolutely straight into consideration for a medal here. Now then, we're waiting for Daniel Gudeli here. 145, he succeeded at the second attempt. The crowd perhaps just getting to the Albanian lifters here. Home crowd, of course. We are in Tirana, these European Championships. And the bar goes up. Time to come and play. And it's Azerbaijan with Sandar Asanov. Now, he failed at his opening lift. I think nerves just coming in at the beginning of competition here. That's kind of understandable. Managed 145 at the second attempt. He's now attempting 150 kilos.
He needs to take his time here and not rush that starting position. Get the starting position wrong, you can forget the rest of it.
Вторая часть. Застойка делать. Быстрее, скорость.
This to match his personal best, incidentally. 150.
And he's got it. Steady, steady, he's got to stand still.
Oh, finally. Well, let's have a look what the judges thought. All liked it. 150. Oh, I'm pleased for him.
So back into gold medal position. 2 lifters remaining in the snatch competition and only 3 attempts. Chen of Russia still has 2 lifts to go, and Daniel Gudeli of Albania just the 1.
Struggling to just maintain control of the bar there. He managed it. And the man who looks most within his own capabilities is Oleg Chen. Phenomenal opening lift of 146. Now, his declared entry was 150. I think he could have done that. Whereas others seem to be approaching their limit. He looked well within it, within the realms of great possibilities. And here we are, 152 kilos it is now. He's got just under a minute. So he's taking quite a leap here. 6 kilos more on the bar at 152. I think it's starting to drift beyond some of the other lifters here. We'll see what Gudeli's got when he comes back out for his final lift. But it's Chen now, 152 kilos on the bar. Oh, frightening.
Look at that.
Unbelievable. How far can this man go?
That was extremely confident lifting there. Still appears to be lifting inside himself, but if we watch the slow-mo back, the height the bar achieved was only just over waist height, and he's super quick to get into the receiving position.
Oh dear, they're in presence of greatness, I think, with Oleg Chen here. What will be the response of Albania? We're going to find out right now.
This is crazy. You know, his first and second, his first attempt was a failure. Didn't look particularly good. Second attempt was much better, but this is now an 8-kilo increase. I can understand doing that on the clean and jerk when you're going for an overall medal, but right now he risks putting himself right back into third place if he misses this.
It doesn't look good. This will be huge if he makes it.
Absolutely.
No chance. Do you know, it was never on the cards.
I'm very surprised. I'm surprised the coaches have pushed him that heavy. An 8-kilo jump at this body weight, that's a big increase when you're, at top end in terms of capabilities. He did that to try and put himself in gold medal position on the snatch. He hasn't done it. He's now got some deficit to make up on the clean and jerk.
An enormous deficit. not least on this man, Oleg Chen, who's managed 152. Now that's 7 kilos more than Hasanov has succeeded at, let's not forget. I beg your pardon, than Gudeli has succeeded. Hasanov at the moment managed 150. 152 was Oleg Chen, and he's coming out right now for his final lift, 155. Well, to be honest, I think he's capable of perhaps a little bit more. He's taken a 3 kilo premium on 152, which looked no problem at all.
This is a sensible move now. Third attempt, just to edge a little bit further ahead to give himself a bit of a cushion going into the clean and jerk. And he's got it.
Oh, he has. There's our leader, and I'll be bound, we're looking at the European champion as well. He's a class apart in this men's 69 kilo class. Quite remarkable. There we are. So, it's complete. This snatch competition has thrown up some surprises, not least the abject failure of Bryken Kalya, who was here to entertain the crowd, or so they thought, and in the end he failed at all 3 of his attempts. He's not even on this board. Oleg Chen, 155 kilos, leads Asanov of Azerbaijan and Gudeli of Albania, who failed at 153. There's Kalya, 3 failed attempts at 142. It'll be long remembered. We'll take a break.